Franz Kafka, who never married and had no children, walked through the park in Berlin when he met a girl who was crying because she had lost her favorite doll. She and Kafka searched for the doll unsuccessfully. Kafka told her to meet him there the next day, and they would come back to look for her. The next day, when they had not yet found the doll, Kafka gave the girl a letter written by the doll, saying, "Please don't cry. I took a trip to see the world. I will write to you about my adventures." Thus began a story which continued until the end of Kafka's life. During their meetings, Kafka read the letters of the doll, carefully written with adventures and conversations, that the girl found adorable. Finally, Kafka brought back the doll. "It doesn't look like my doll at all," said the girl. Kafka handed her another letter, in which the doll wrote, "My travels have changed me." The little girl hugged the new doll and brought her happy home. A year later, Kafka died. Many years later, the now adult girl found a letter inside the doll. In the tiny letter signed by Kafka, it was written, "Everything you love will probably be lost, but in the end, love will return in another way." In another story, Franz Kafka wrote a letter to his abusive father. In that letter he said, "I would have been happy to have you as a friend, as a boss, an uncle, a grandfather, even as a father-in-law. Only as a father you have been too strong for me, particularly since my brothers died when they were small, and my sisters came along only much later, so that I alone had to bear the brunt of it, and for that I was much too weak. We were so different, and in our difference so dangerous to each other, that if anyone had tried to calculate in advance how I, the slowly developing child, and you, the full-grown man, would stand to each other, he could have assumed that you would simply trample me underfoot, so that nothing was left of me. Well, that did not happen. Nothing alive can be calculated. But perhaps something worse happened. And in saying this, I would all the time beg of you not to forget that I never, and not even for a single moment, believe any guilt to be on your side. The effect you had on me was the effect you could not help having.